Hey, are you carrying today?
Well, yeah, now that you ask. Just a second here.
What are you carrying?
Well, I'm carrying what I generally carry. I carry my little Ruger LCP.
Well, that's I heard those are a pretty decent little gun. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what I think of this. When I got it, my first thought was, boy, this thing just... Sorry, I carry it loaded. Doesn't do much good if it's not. So before we get in any trouble, we'll make sure it's good and clear. When I first got this gun, my thought was, gee, this thing is a toy. Then I shot it. And believe me, this gun is not a toy. This is a 380, and when you shoot it, it lets you know it's a 380. It's not unmanageable, but it does carry a pretty healthy pop.
Oh.
I really like it, and more than just liking it, this is the first generation. This is the LCP, the original. And right now, they are a real deal on the market.
Well, what did you pay for it?
This particular one I picked up off a gun broker for $145. And that was brand new in the box.
Wow.
That's what I thought. I was perusing gun broker and just happened to be looking at some concealed carry guns and found this one sitting there with about 5 minutes left. Was sitting there for $140. I bid $145 just for fun and got it. And it was, as I say, brand new in the box.
Well, that's a great buy. We should go out and shoot it.
I think you're right. That was both a great buy, and to give our viewers an idea, we should go out and shoot this gun. I'll tell you what, let me put my stuff away and we'll head out to the range.
Sounds great.
Alrighty.
First up, Ruger LC9. This is my carry. Really enjoy this pistol, but we're going to put it up against the LCP and see what I think of that. And now the diminutive little LCP. First time ever shooting this gun. I hear it's a handful. We'll give it a try. First up, Ruger LC9. This is my carry. I really enjoy this pistol, but we're going to put it up against the LCP and see what I think of that. And now the diminutive little LCP. First time ever shooting this gun. I hear it's a handful. We'll give it a try.
Just
That is painting.
Okay, well.
Okay, well, we're back from the range, and you know, I got to shoot the little LCP, and you know, it's not as uncontrollable as everybody says. The trigger's not horrible in it. You know, I really had a great time shooting that gun.
I enjoy shooting. Now, it is double action only, basically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have all the bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't lock open after the last shot. And it's got that long, obnoxious trigger pull, which...
Yeah, obnoxious.
I used the J-frame. I carried that for a while. I carried a little Charter Arms 38 undercover for a while.
Yeah, and I used that one today, and that was more uncontrollable than the LCP was.
And the trigger pull isn't the double action isn't as nice.
No, it's worse.
Yeah, I'm really big on this one, and I know that, you know, the gun snobs, if it's not a target trigger, they have a problem with it. But when you're in an altercation and the adrenaline is flowing, I don't think you're going to notice the target trigger.
No, I don't think you're going to notice that at all. You know, that double action trigger.
And the 380 ACP, I know there's a lot of people that don't feel like, is that enough gun? And I'm of the opinion that any gun you have is better than your gun at home.
Yeah.
And I've yet to ever talk to anyone who was in a gunfight that said, well, he was only shooting a 32 at me, so I wasn't worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it was only a 22.
Or it was only
it didn't hurt. It was only 22.
I've never heard that. All they hear is bang, and after that, everything else takes over, and you don't know what they're shooting at you, and you don't care.
No, and I think with the adrenaline dump, I don't think the double action trigger on that is a problem at all. It's smooth. It breaks pretty decent. I don't have an issue with it.
Now, what I really appreciate about the gun is not only the value that the first generation LCP offers now.
Yeah, I mean, they made like 1.5 million of those over the last 9 years.
So there's a ton of them out there. There's dealers out there that obviously have them in stock that are having trouble selling them because the Mark II is up.
Yeah, they were the girl with the curl 5-6 years ago.
The girl with the curl in the middle of her ponytail.
Yeah.
You're showing your age.
But now, with the LCP2 out and the slide hold open and the striker fire, these are sitting on the shelf, and the dealers are trying to get rid of them.
Where else can you go get a brand new pistol in the box for under $200? I mean...
Yeah, and that Ruger quality.
Yeah, Ruger quality, exactly. And as I say, the thing I like about it most, having carried the J-frame and having to dress around the pistol to make sure it's concealed, this is like carrying your wallet. Yeah. Whether you put it in your front pocket or rear pocket or whatever, it is flat and it's easily concealable. And I dress like this. I don't worry about oversized pants. I don't worry about shirts being out. I just put it in a little holster that I made up. And I want you to know, I am not a holster maker. And I threw this together real quick because I was trying to decide whether I wanted a pocket holster. So let me get this, and I have cleared the gun, but we'll do it again. And I'm going to pull the holster and everything out of my back pocket here. And
it's much faster to pull it with the, as he's got it set up, just pulling the gun than the holster.
Yes, then trying to do the holster. The holster is supposed to stick, and it's rough side out against the back of the pocket. And what prints, it looks like a square. I put this little thing, finger groove in here to make it easier to grab. And just as I said, I threw this together just to have something to put in as a concept of how to put it in your pocket without it printing. It's a heavy piece of 9-ounce vegetable tanned leather, and this is kid skin, and it's just sewn on there. Nothing fancy. It's not finished on the edges. Nothing. It's rough as a cob, but again, I can reach in there and I can pull the gun out, and I have access to it right now. And before we go any further, I will make sure that I show you that magazine is empty, the gun is empty, and I will say there's a couple of things about it that if I want to nitpick things that are wrong with this gun for me. I'm left-handed, and it is not particularly left-handed friendly. One is that before I got the holster, when I was just putting it in the pocket, it kept popping the magazine out. That magazine release sits out far enough that when it's in my front pocket with this on the outside, if I bump into something, I disconnect the magazine. I drop the magazine. And so I was constantly having problems with retaining the magazine. So that would be one thing that for a lefty is not really good. But once I put it in this, that went away. Yeah. Because now it is against that hard leather backing. Yep. The other thing that is a problem with it is when you lock it open, it's almost impossible to do left-handed. So I end up switching the gun around to be able to use my stronger thumb, stronger than my fingers, to lock it open. And the other thing I can't do is I cannot drop that slide just by pushing on that. I have got to, once again, turn the gun around. So it's not particularly left-hand friendly. But other than that, it's about as ambidextrous as it can be. Let's face it, when you're talking about the double action only pistol, all you're doing is point and shoot. It's just like a revolver. Yeah. And it's a 6-shooter, just which gives you one more round than the what do you call it?
Yeah,
The J-frame.
J-frame, yeah.
And
you can put one in the chamber, so that's 7. That's more than a standard revolver.
as I said, for less than $200, the regular original LCP, I am absolutely sold on it because I carry this all the time. The only time I don't carry it is when I go to the VA, because I'm not allowed to have a firearm anywhere on the premises. I can't even leave it in the car. So other than that, it's like carrying my wallet. I don't even think about it.
Yeah,
it just goes in my back pocket.
That's a good feature of this gun. It disappears.
It's so flat. As I said, it's like carrying your wallet. I just absolutely love the gun. I'm absolutely sold on this thing.
It is a really nice gun. You know, like I said, I don't mind that that double action trigger. I mean, it's not bad at all.
No,
it's very much like my LC9 that's got the double action trigger. Actually, the trigger's at half cock when it's set, and you know it doesn't take anything to pull that trigger.
And you know, to answer one of the arguments that you always hear about having to train with a semi-auto to take the safety off, that's not an issue.
Yeah,
it's double action pull every shot.
There's no safety to worry about.
All you do is point and click. Just point and shoot.
Point and shoot. Great little gun. I've seen these at gun shops for $150 used. He found it online, brand new for about $150. Great buy if you're looking at a little pocket pistol and you don't mind the double action pull, and it's really not a bad double action pull. It's relatively safe. I mean, you'd have to, if it gets in your pocket or something, it's got to travel a long way before anything's going to happen.
Well, it's like carrying a double action revolver. If you're not worried about carrying a double action revolver when you stick it in your pocket if it's going off, you're not going to worry about this.
Yeah, this great little pistol.
Yep, I give it 2 thumbs up.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
That's 4 thumbs up.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
No. I'll give it a toe, too. So we have 5.
4 thumbs and a toe.
4 thumbs and a toe. But this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and I just wanted to bring you a little ACP and kind of our thoughts about it. And you'll go out and grab one of these if you're interested. If you don't mind that double action trigger, and I really don't. It's you get in a gunfight, you're not going to care what the trigger is. I mean, it's got a decent enough trigger in it, and I like the gun. I'm going to have to go out and find me one. Well,
that's about as good a thing as you can have somebody say, I want one.
Yeah, I want one.
After having shot it, I want one.
Yeah, Ruger made 1.5 million to these, so there's a few of them out there.
And there's got to be deals.
Yeah, there are deals.
But under $200 for a concealable pocket pistol and .380, I'm telling you, if you're really looking for something to carry, that you will carry because it's so easy to carry. It's like having 2 wallets, 1 in each hip pocket. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, unbeatable.
Yeah, that's a great little pistol for a great price. This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and I'm out.
Hey, happy trails.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
You didn't use the pith on it, huh? Just don't pith in it.
Don't pith in it?
No reaction.
No
whatsoever.
reaction.